Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Girls Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker at the Castle today. Got a decent crowd today, Derek, for an afternoon game and a lot of weather outside manifesting itself as some pretty slow roadways and some huge puddles. I came down Norwell Road from Fort Wayne, and I was down to a crawl on numerous occasions. So for those of you joining us at home, we certainly understand and appreciate you doing so. We've got a good one here this afternoon. The Lady Knights 3-0 on this early part of the season, taking on the visitors from Northwood, the Black Swish, Derek, and we expect a good one here today.
Yeah, we sure do, and I had to get through the monsoon a couple of times today venturing out, and I had to use the ark. But it certainly rained a ton. But as for this afternoon, we should definitely have a good one. Northwood brings in a very big front court. They're going to start 6 foot, 6'1". So Norwell's going to have to deal with that length all day today. But I think the Lady Knights are definitely up to the task. If you go back to Thursday night where Norwell defeated Canterbury 51-36, it was all about shooting for Norwell. They got the looks they wanted. They just couldn't quite finish around the rim. Didn't shoot it well from outside, with the exception of a couple runs in that game. So I think if Norwell continues to get the shots they need, they'll be able to get some to go down, and that's going to be the key today.
Rael Wilson was our player of the game on Thursday night, and she hit a couple big threes to create a little space for the Knights, and they ended up taking advantage of it. Big 15-point win at always difficult Canterbury, but the schedule does not get any easier for the Lady Knights as they take on Northwood tonight. Those big names that you're going to hear that Derek referenced, Kate Ruley and Maddie Payne, both at 6 foot, and the big one, Savannah Feenstra in the middle at 6'1". Just watching them warm up a little bit, Derek. Those big girls have some soft shots as well.
That's right, and this team's still trying to get its feet underneath itself. Just one senior, and that's Feenstra. This is going to be a very good team for the next couple of years. It's always a very solid program. Now, Norwell's gotten the better of them the last couple of years. The last time the Black Swish came to the Castle, it was a 69-37 Norwell win. And the last time Norwell went up there, which was last year in a little bit of a snowstorm, actually the last two games between these two teams have involved some pretty nasty weather. Norwell got the victory there, I believe 52-35. So it wasn't real close last year either. Northwood's got a couple of tight losses. They lost to Penn, an always strong team, and then Elkhart Central, a very strong team, took them to overtime. The only thing that surprised me about this team is they do not score points. They're very defensive-minded, similar to the Lady Knights, but Norwell can put up some points. If they can beat you in transition, Northwood is happier playing a half-court style of game. So I think another key to the game for the Lady Knights today is, are they going to be able to press and speed up the pace and control it? If they do that, they'll win the game.
Yeah, to your point, Derek, Norwell averaging 60 points a game on the offensive side of things. Northwood just 45.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. Of course, a lot of Norwell's offense comes from their speed.
Yes.
And we've seen them, and their defense as well. That is what I think will be the difference in this ball game. They're not going to be able to keep those three big girls from scoring inside necessarily, but what they can do is make it very difficult on Northwood's guards in getting the ball across the floor and across the timeline and actually getting it into a position to score.
Absolutely agreed. Norwell's just going to have to be able to control the pace today, and that's something that they've done all year long in their first three games. I think they did a nice job of controlling the pace at Canterbury. Now, you might be saying, well, they only scored 51 points, but a lot of that, again, was because of the poor shooting.
Yeah.
Put up 68 against Wayne, which we know Wayne's had their struggles, but South Adams, a good team who has blown out a couple of opponents since playing the Lady Knights. absolutely controlled the pace in that one. Didn't even have a lot of difficulty. Was up as much as 30 in the second half before a 15-point win.
Of course, this game follows the junior varsity game. The Norwell Lady Knights won that to stay undefeated on the season, going to 4-0, 50-45 win. And the most remarkable thing about that game, Derek, we talked about it a little bit, the Lady Knights 25 of 34 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's why we're a little late getting on the air this afternoon. It's because the JV game ran over. It took forever. Probably upwards of, I guarantee there were upwards of 50 free throws taken in that game between the two teams. Vanden Boom led the Lady Knights with 16 points and made almost all her free throws down the stretch to win the game, because I think that game was pretty much won on free throws for Norwell.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I mean, that 5-point difference.
Right.
Norwell had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and although Northwood never got a lead, they tied it at, I believe, 35.
Yeah, and again at 39.
Yeah.
Yep.
And very good JV game. Well played, although a lot of fouls were called, obviously, in that one. We'll take a quick break here from a couple sponsors and be back with the balance of your pregame show after these words. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 children has a vision-related condition that can affect learning. Your child's vision can make a big difference in academic performance. Annual exams are recommended to rule out vision problems that may interfere with your child's vision, development, and academic performance. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care can detect any vision problems your child may have, which can then be promptly treated. Our optometrists provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best by combining experience and expertise with the latest technology.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history. Oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Castle. We got about a minute before the sportsmanship announcement, followed by the national anthem. We do have the Norwell Pep Band in attendance for the first time on the young season, so we'll be glad to bring you the national anthem tonight.
The mini Lady Knights, what do they call
that?
The
Norwell Squires are out there tonight. Yeah.
And they are having a ball as they welcome coaches and players, and you'll see them running there. You can probably see them on your screen. They're in orange. There goes a few green ones. There's some pink on the other side, but a lot of fun having those little Squires in here for ball games.
Yeah,
we're just about set for the national anthem. We'll be able to bring it to you today with the Pep Band playing it, and look forward to that as PA announcer Jamie Feldheiser reads the. You'd think he'd have that sportsmanship thing memorized by now. Derek.
Well, it is subject to change. It's been changed a couple of times this year. Well,
okay. When
you have administrative changes, you always have a little bit of a new sportsmanship announcement. But
now it's time for the national anthem. Great job by the Norwell Pepe. That was smooth, Derek. Well, we're just about set for the starting lineups. We'll let Jamie Feldheiser bring them to you.
Starting at a guard, a 5'6" junior, number 3, Neely Crenshaw. Starting at the other guard, a 5'9" junior, number 20, Nancy Bergman. Starting at a forward, a 5'9" junior, number 21, Emily Ingram. Starting at another forward, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Savannah Kinstra. And starting at the other forward, a 6' sophomore, number 42, Maddie Payne. The head coach of the Northwood Lady Panthers in the sports season is Mr. Adam Yoder. And now, Norwell fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your Norwell Lady Knights. Starting at the guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Rio Wilson. Starting at the other guard, a 5'6" junior, number 20, Riley Top. Starting at a forward, a 5'8" junior, number 12, Aubrey Tunnett. Starting at another forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 32, Brian Parker. And starting at the other forward, a 5'8" senior, number 24, Logan Brown.
Once again, those starters for head coach Adam Yoder of Northwood. It's number 3, Neely Trenshaw, number 20, Kenzie Bergman, number 21, Emily Dimitrick, number 30, Savannah Feenstra, and number 42, Maddie Payne. The notable non-starter there, one of the 6-footers, Kate Ruley, not in the starting lineup. For head coach Eric Thornton, it's number 10, Brielle Wilson, number 12, Aubrey Dunnick, number 20, Kylie Top, number 32, Brianne Barger, and number 44, Logan Rouse. I got to tell you, Derek, I'm not a big fan of not announcing the non-starters.
Well, that's how we do it now, but it is what it is. We're ready for the tip.
Was that just this year that started?
I believe.
Time savings, I suppose, is the... It's Dunnick in the center circle, and Norwell able to steal the tip from the much taller Feenstra. Underneath Dunnick, and scores. Assist to Rouse. Dunnick with her first 2 points.
That's exactly what Norwell wants all afternoon. If they're going to be able to do that, Dunnick has got to start finishing around the rim, and she gets off to a tremendous start and a 10-second violation in the backcourt.
Well, we talked about it, Derek. Those turnovers could be huge as Northwood commits their first. Brielle Wilson with the basketball into the front court. Not quite back in the play-by-play groove, Derek, after Thursday night at Canterbury. Logan Rouse, great move. Couldn't get it to go. It's out of bounds off of Dunnick, and it'll be Northwood ball. Well, that was a good move by Logan. just couldn't get the roll as Norwell defending. And there's a steal quickly by Kylie Top. And are they going to call a foul on Top?
I think it's going to be on. Well, it is going to be on Top. I thought
Boy.
Yeah.
That was a tough call, as it appeared from here as though Kylie Top got all basketball.
Yep.
But it's the first foul of the game.
Well, hopefully we don't have near as many fouls as we did in the JV game.
That's Neely Trenshaw into the front court. Feenstra. Wow. Feenstra apparently stepped on the line.
He called a foul. Oh, you got to be joking me. He called a foul.
Wow.
That's an unfortunate start for the Lady Knights. It's called very tight here in the first 48 seconds.
Well, there wasn't any contact there.
There wasn't.
I'm not sure what the official saw as Maya Shelton checks in for Kylie Top.
Well, and the all-telling sign is the other two officials thought she stepped on the line, too.
Yeah. Inbounds pass finally into Feenstra, and it's stolen away by Wilson. Good defense again by the Knights. Good hands as they've gotten a couple of tough foul calls so far. Kylie Top on the bench already with just over a minute left and or used up in this one. As Shelton tosses that pass away. That was a very difficult pass for Wilson to try to handle. 6:54 left in this first quarter.
Now, Shelton's the one out of the group of three freshmen that I look at the most that can be a scorer.
Oh, my goodness. Trenshaw traveled up top, no call. And I think the officials might have had to have gotten out of bed too early this morning. Here's another travel not called. Wide open for three was number 20, Katie Bergman. Brianne Barger pulls down the rebound. And the Knights head the other way. That's Rouse. Leaves it for Wilson. That was a spot that Wilson hit a couple of threes just off the baseline on Thursday night. Rouse drives and throws it away.
Well, I don't like that possession for Norwell, and here's why. It's very stagnant on the offensive end. Got to do a better job of keeping the ball in motion.
Not quite sure why Dimitrick gave up the basketball there. She had a clean lane to the hoop and results in the third Northwood turnover. Barger on the motion offense, can't get it to go. The rebound pulled down by Feenstra as Barger just couldn't get it to fall. Good look.
Yeah, it was. Contested, though. Good defense by Northwood.
Dimitrick with the 16-footer, no good, and Dunnick pulls down the rebound. Northwood cold from the field, 0 for 2 to start. There's the long kick to Shelton for three. The high arching shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Norwell with a quick 5-0 lead. Assist to Dunnick. Dimitrick with the basketball. Norwell in a man-to-man defense. And Barger really leaning on Feenstra. On Maddie Payne underneath. Feenstra number 30, Payne number 42. That's Feenstra with the basketball. There's a backdoor cut. Good defense by Brielle Wilson to cut that off. As they look into the post, it's off of Payne's hands. It'll be Norwell's basketball, the fourth Northwood turnover. And into the basketball game for the Black Swish, I'm going to have a hard time saying that, is Kate Ruley. So now they've got that 6'6" line across the front. 4:52 left in the first quarter.
By the way, on a side note, nice pants from Adam Yoder.
Yeah, those stand out, don't they?
They sure do.
Kind of a pinkish red, I guess you could say. Wilson gets to the hole, and it's going to remain Norwell's basketball. She was trying to get it to Dunnick, and Dunnick will actually take a seat as Kaylee Felling, another one of the freshmen, check in. So two freshmen on the floor now for the Knights. Wilson inbounding and flips it up to Riles. Riles with a good move to the basket. She's going to draw the foul. It'll be called on Savannah Feenstra. That'll be her first, team's first, and it'll send Riles to the line. Logan off to a very good start this year. 25, or was it 23 the other night?
23 at Canterbury, but 25 against South Adams the game before.
Lauren Bales checks in for Norwell. as Brielle Wilson takes his seat.
And the thing about the Canterbury game was it was such a quiet 23.
It was.
I mean, you look down at your score sheet and you don't realize that she's racked up that many points as Adam Yoner's going to use a timeout here.
Adam Yoner with the first time out of the game. It is a 30, so we'll keep it here, Derek, with 4:34 left in the first quarter. Don't have my reads, but we certainly do appreciate all of our sponsors. State Farm with their 3-point play advertisement you'll hear over the course of this game, one of Derek's favorite.
Oh, absolutely. You know
ads.
what? It just amazes me every year how talented Kevin Beatty can be.
Yeah, that's
and play
right.
the saxophone and talk at the same time.
It's
just
amazing.
incredible.
It really is. As it's Northwood's basketball. Norwell in a 2-2-1 full court pressure situation. And here comes the trap. However, beating across the line, number 20, Bergman. She'll set up the Northwood offense. It's off of Northwood foot, and it's also off of Trenshaw's body. That'll be the 5th turnover on the black swish. Boy, I have such a hard time not saying Panthers.
Now, Trenshaw tried to force it off of Lauren Bales, and it bounced off both of them a couple of times before eventually falling off of Trenshaw as she was sitting out of bounds.
Selling traveled. Yep, she sure did. Kaylee's going to have to work on that. That's a tough habit to break, as she tends to move both feet before she puts the ball on the floor. Sure she will, though.
Yeah.
Very heady ball player.
Just know that from practice as well. She does the same thing. Just a bad middle school habit. And you can get away with it. You can you can get away with that travel, the little movement before you put the ball on the floor in middle school. I'm not even going to talk about that call. The contact has been very light this afternoon. All 3 of Norwell's fouls, as a matter of fact, have involved little contact.
And so Maya Shelton picks up her first. That's Feenstra on the wing, throws it away. Barger ends up with it. She's off to the races. And oh my goodness. A foul's going to be called, and a very tough call as it goes on Feenstra. That's her second, and that's a couple of big fouls for the Black Swish.
Now that ball was going to bounce out of bounds, but it looked like it was a clean strip. And it was just going to belong to Norwell underneath the basket. I thought it was very good transition defense. It was a 1-on-2, and Barger tried to force it up anyway, had it knocked away, and gets the benefit of a foul call.
Substituting in for Northwood, I believe Demetra came back in, yep. As Barger 1 for 2 from the line, but there's Rouse, and they're going to call another foul. Rouse with the offensive rebound.
Well, the good news is, in the old days, that would hit the strap. Wouldn't have mattered in this situation, but with the new basketball goals, if it's the first time you're tuned in here on the season, Optimum Performance Sports purchasing new basketball goals and have their advertisement on the side, but they look very nice.
Aubrey Dunnick re-enters for the Knights as Rouse will try to get her 3rd point of the game and not able to get it to go. But look at the hustle by Lauren Bales with the offensive rebound. She'll set it up inside. It's Dunnick. Dunnick will kick it back out, and the Knights will reset against Blackford's man-to-man defense. Into the lane, that's Felling. Nice move. Couldn't get the shot to go. And the rebound controlled by number 20, Kenzie Bergman, all the way inside. Nice feed to Kate Ruley, and she picks up her first basket. Bergman with the assist. It's an 8-2 Norwell lead.
Well, that's what happens when you don't turn the ball over. They got a really good look, and they were able to score pretty easily.
1 for 3 from the field is this Northwood squad. 3:07 left in this first quarter. Brielle is going to be tied up, and that's going to be the Knights' 4th turnover.
Yeah, it has not been a particularly clean first quarter for either team.
I've got Northwood for 6 and Norwell for 4 right now. Wilson in the backcourt guarding Bergman as Bergman, well, that was a tough pass for Demetric to handle. Good hands there. Inside, nice pass. That's Ruley with her second basket. Bergman with her second assist. And it's a 4-point Norwell lead. And another foul is going to be called. This one's going to go on Fielstra. Fielstra entered on that timeout. That's the fourth turnover, or fourth team foul, on Northwood. Fielstra's first foul. The only player with 2 for the Black Swish is Feenstra, and she's on the bench. That rebound was pulled down by Dimitric. Northwood having a hard time getting into their offense. There's a steal by Wilson, but it's stolen right back. And another pair of turnovers here. Into the front court, Dimitric. That was not Dimitric. That was Bergman. Underneath, oh my goodness, isn't that double dribble? As Maddie Payne gets free for a basket. 8-6 Norwell's lead. And Northwood has really gotten back into this one. They've scored the last 6 points.
All their points in the paint, too, which is what you'd expect from this team.
Right. They do not even look to shoot from outside. Nice pass inside to Dunnick. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound and scores. Aubrey Dunnick, good work underneath.
It's one way to get points. If you can't finish the first time, get your own board and score the second.
Well, it helps your rebounding totals as well, as the shot is put up by Ruley. I think that was not a shot, I don't believe. I'm not going to give her credit for a shot.
Well, it was just an unfortunate bounce. It bounced off the side of the backboard and came right back to her, right off the padding.
First foul on Dunnick. Norwell's 4th as a team, and Ruley having a good first quarter as Trenshaw and Parisi, that's Lexi Parisi, enter for the Black Swish. Maya Shelton also back off the Norwell bench for the Lady Knights.
It's going to be a lane violation. Oh, no. Thought they were going to call a lane violation underneath on Shelton.
Dunnick pulled down the rebound. Barger spinning into the lane, kicks out to Bales for 3. Good. Lauren Bales with the 3. Barger with the assist. Good find by Breanne Barger. And a good-looking shot from Lauren Bales. I think as time progresses, she is definitely going to be one of the Knights' better three-point shooters, Derek. As Maddie Payne gets free for 2. Again, another assist for Bergman. And it's a 4-point Norwell lead.
Bergman's been the main facilitator on offense for Northwood so far.
Barger looks inside and threw it away. I think she was trying to get it to Aubrey Dunnick. And just Dunnick went one way, the pass went the other. 25 seconds left in this first quarter. Trenshaw up top gets it to Lexi Parisi. I noticed Lexi and Kaylee Parisi. I'm guessing they're sisters.
Correct.
Trenshaw shouting out instructions with 10 seconds. Wilson guarding her very tightly. 6 seconds. Not much progress toward the hoop. That's Fielstra. Oh, nice pass underneath to Ruley, and Ruley could not get the 4-footer to go. The first quarter will end with Norwell in the lead here at the Castle, 13-9. We'll take a break and be back with second quarter action after these words.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to the Castle. We're just about ready for the second quarter. Norwell with a 4-point lead, but really you wouldn't expect that after the first quarter of play. You kind of feel like Norwell should be up a few more than they are. Kind of dominated a really tough start from Northwood. Turned the ball over 5 times before they were able to make a shot. That's definitely not the way you want to start on the road at a good Norwell team. Something we didn't mention in the pregame is both of these teams are ranked in the top 20 in Class of 3A. Norwell a 48-40 favorite in the Sagarin, as those first ratings were released today and ranked number 9 in those Sagarin ratings.
So early in the season, and the Knights with such a young team. Logan Rouse able to penetrate down the lane with her first field goal.
Well, and Logan's such a good job. She does such a good job at finishing at the rim. Once she's able to penetrate and get herself into the lane, it's over for the defense.
That's a lucky break for Northwood, as Kate Ruley able to get free for her 7th point.
Well, if you're Coach Thornton and you're trying to decide whether you want to continue that press or not, you've got to take into consideration that that was a really lucky bounce for Northwood, and that was not necessarily success at breaking the press.
Yeah, Dunnick is going to be called for a foul as she fought for the rebound. She was really in no position to be able to score there.
Not at all, and then just kind of put 2 hands on the back after the rebound, and it's whistled for her 2nd foul.
It's her 2nd foul, and she'll take a seat as Maya Shelton checks back in. So now Top and Dunnick with 2 fouls each. Savannah Feenstra is also on the bench for Northwood with 2 fouls. Trenshaw in the corner, that's Parisi. Out top for 3 attempt. Good. Number 20, Kenzie Bergman. That's the first 3 made, and it's a 1-point Norwell lead. So big shot there for Bergman. Bergman's played a really good game so far, though it's just her first point. I had her for 3 assists. Rouse penetrates off her hands and out of bounds as she couldn't quite get it up high enough on the backboard. Kaylee Felling checks back in. Lauren Bales will take a seat.
Knights looking for a little bit of a spark on offense. They need it after his leading is by as many as 8 in the first quarter.
Northwood could take their first lead here. 6:44 left in the second quarter. That's Bergman up top and stolen away by Wilson, but out of bounds. It'll remain Northwood's ball.
Now, we've talked about it all year, and we'll continue to talk about it. The defensive intensity for Norwell is what's been propelling them to victory so far. That's what creates the offense, and Norwell's done a great job at it so far this year.
Northwood very hot from the field right now. That's got to be Norwell's basketball. Oh, how in the world does he miss that call? This official over here's laughing because he knows the call's wrong. I don't know how you missed that, Derek.
Yeah, I'm not sure either because it caromed off, and a kick has to be intentional. And what happens is the Northwood player just kind of kicked it right out of bounds, and I don't know how he missed it.
Bergman into the lane, can't get it to go, and Shelton pulls down the defensive rebound. That's Maya's first rebound of the game, as she penetrates into the lane and is called for traveling. That'll be Norwell's 7th turnover. Northwood also with 7. Checking into the Northwood lineup, number 21, Emily Dimitrick. And Parisi will take a seat. Kaylee Parisi is in there now as well, although you can't see her number. It's covered by her long brunette hair. Happens a lot with today's ponytails, and that's going to be a traveling call on Northwood. It's a tough pass for Dimitrick to handle, and she just couldn't quite keep her balance. 6:02 left in this second quarter. Norwell by 1.
Norwell needs a bucket right now. They haven't had one in a while.
Nice pass underneath to Rouse, and there's going to be a foul on the play. Good back cut there by Logan.
Yeah, that's a well-designed play, and Logan, just being a smart player she is. A nice find by Wilson from the top of the key, and it works to draw a foul.
Northwood has tried to run that very same play several times, as apparently, who's that foul called on, Derek? Was it? Can you see on
Not
the board?
sure. Well, it was either Bergman or either
Dimitrick.
Yeah, it was Bergman.
Bergman?
Yep.
Okay, that's her first foul, as Logan could not get the second one to drop. 2-point Norwell lead. That was the 15th foul on Northwood, by the way. Good rebound by Shelton. That was Dimitrick on the miss. Quickly the other way, Felling underneath, and Rouse able to score. Logan Rouse coming through again, and we'll see what the call is here.
It's a foul on Brielle Wilson.
16 foul on the Knights. Norwell now with a 4-point lead. You know, I missed a bucket in there somewhere, Derek.
Well, we should be able to get that squared away at halftime.
I think it was Rouse, actually. That's a long three ball. This one from Neely Trenshaw. And that pulls the Northwood Black Swish back to within 1 point. Boy, they have been hot from the field. Shelton into the lane. Good kick out to Wilson. Wilson with the three.
Nice answer from Norwell.
Assist Maya Shelton. And it's now a 4-point Norwell lead again. That's Parisi trying to drive the lane. Nice move by Trenshaw to get it. The cross-court pass now worked all the way back around to Parisi on the drive. She'll pull up. It's blocked by Shelton, but Ruley able to pull down the rebound and score.
Nice block, but you got to be able to get that loose ball.
Wilson the other way. 2-point Norwell lead. Wilson's going to launch another three and bury another three. Brielle Wilson feeling it right now.
She has not been afraid to shoot the basketball in the first couple of games at Canterbury. In fact, I believe she might have been in the double digits in attempts from the three-point line. She was close anyway. So she hasn't been afraid to pull it as Northwood answers with a three, and we go back and forth.
That's Kenzie Bergman with her second three, and Coach Thornton's going to use a timeout here. We'll see what it is. It is a full timeout, so we will take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors, Norwell by 2.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Castle. 4:03 left in the first half. Norwell leading 24-22 as we've gone back and forth here on the last couple of minutes, each team trading threes.
Northwood on fire from the field, 9 of 15 so far in this one.
That's 60%. That's a great percentage.
It sure is. Now, a lot of them have been pretty close to the basket, but they've also hit some threes. Kenzie Bergman, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc in this quarter alone, although Brielle Wilson has actually matched that. Nice pass underneath. That's Felling with the shot, couldn't get it to go, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound. Ruley was the one that pulled it down.
This will put Northwood in the bonus, so they'll have a chance to tie the game at the other end of the floor.
Foul called on Rouse. That's her first. Team's 7th, as Derek referenced. Kate Ruley will go to the line.
Well, what we noted earlier on is the fact that Northwood was getting a lot of their looks from the post.
Really able to pull down her own miss there.
Right now, Northwood's getting a lot of looks from outside, so that's where they're staying in the game at this point.
Having trouble out front is Bergman being guarded very closely by Wilson. By the way, into the game is Fielstra. She had the basketball right there. Boy. On the drive is Bergman. Excuse me, that's Dimitrick. And a foul's going to be called. Dimitrick with kind of a wild shot there.
Well, I'm not sure how Northwood's being able to drive right to the middle. That's not good defense by Norwell. That's just allowing her to split the gap and get into the lane. Now, fortunately for the Lady Knights, she misses her first free throw, but Coach Thornton does not like that at all.
The foul was called on Barger. That's her first. Dunnick and Top, the only one with multiple fouls, is the second one from Dimitrick falls. It's a 1-point game again. Norwell up 24-23. And Northwood's bringing a little bit more pressure. There's Wilson for three. Good again. Brielle Wilson on fire here in the second quarter. 9 points for that young lady. She was our player of the game Thursday night. That's going to be a travel called on Dimitrick as she just got going a little too quickly. Didn't get the basketball on the floor as Maya Shelton's going to check in and replace Felling. Coach Thornton still experimenting with some rotations. Laura Bales is out there now for the Knights. She came in off the timeout. Both teams have used one timeout. Norwell is 60 and Northwood at 30. Bales might have had a look there. Instead, drives inside. Barger with her first field goal. Bales with the assist.
Nice strong move to play through some contact there for Barger.
Well, a nice find by Bales as well. She drew a couple of defenders into the lane. Tough shot by Parisi. However, Rulli there for the basket. Rebound. And Northwood pulls back to within 4. Whistle underneath. That's going to be a blocking foul.
Here's the other thing when I go back to that last possession for Norwell. They tried the back cut early on in the possession, and it didn't work. But they didn't break down and just kind of went to that motion offense. They were able to find Barger for a nice finish.
Dimitrick with the foul call. Back into the game, Trenshaw, and the ball is stolen away. However, Wilson gets to it first. They're going to call a foul on Kaylee Fielstra. That'll send Brielle to the line to shoot 1-1.
Wilson.
It's the 7th team foul on the Black Swish.
Wilson, a solid free throw shooter.
And that'll probably jinx her.
More than likely.
Usually I'm the jinx, Derek. So
well, the seniors on this team just do a tremendous job from the free throw line. Leaders as they should be.
And she comes through for you as Brielle Wilson scores Norwell's 30th point. 2:08 left in this first half.
Much more points than I thought there'd be in this first half.
Well, Norwell's played really good defense and turned a lot of that defense into points. They've shot well from outside. Brielle Wilson now with 11 points here in the first half, all coming in the second quarter. Trenshaw dribbles into the trap and throws it away. Another turnover on the Black Swish. Rouse comes out of the crowd with it. And wide open Felling from the wing. Can't get it to go. Rulli with the rebound. I really thought Kaylee should have pulled up for the three there, Derek.
I do too, and I think her body thought she was still in three mode because she missed that shot way long after stepping in from 15.
That was Felling called on the foul, and I think Coach Thornton might have just told her what we were talking about.
Yeah, and the other thing is I think she got away with travel on that side again.
Bergman back into the game for the Black Swish as Rulli goes to the line. I've got Rulli for 9 points to this point. Her free throw short, and Rouse pulls down the rebound. She'll leave it for Wilson to run the offense. Wilson directing traffic. Northwood in. Well, I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, Wilson, great pass underneath, and Barger can't get it to go. Boy, you got to make those looks. Coming out of the pack, and a great block by Maya Shelton. As Kinsey Bergman on the break. Boy, Maya's just so long. And Shelton swats it out of bounds. Great play. That's her second block of the game. The inbounds pass is worked around to Fields. Oh, and a quick three. Long. Rebound pulled down by Barger.
Not a good look that time for the Black Swish.
That was Bergman with the three.
Thought they could have gotten a much better look
Oh,
that
my,
time.
yes. That was really a quick trigger. Inbounds pass to Rouse with just over a minute to go. Rouse weaves her way down the lane, gets the shot up, no call, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball. Logan not making some of the shots she has here early on, Derek. She's just 2 of 6 from the field.
Yeah, and the biggest one was the last time down the floor. Is she had a really nice look and overshot it from inside 3 feet.
Kaylee Parisi back into
nice
the game.
Pass.
Wilson with the assist, and Logan Rouse with another basket. Nice inbounds play there, well designed. Norwell's lead now up to 8. That's Fielstra. That's almost batted away, and Trenshaw throws it away. Dunnett comes out of there with it. That'll be a foul on the black swish. Norwell's defense looking to wear down. I think that was on Dimitric, 21. They'll send Felling to the line. Actually, Aubrey Dunnick's not out there right now. I get her and Felling confused quite a bit, as Felling could not get the free throw to go. And we'll see what the call is. It's going to be another foul.
I don't know how that went on Northwood. I thought, if anything, it was going to be on Rouse. She kind of looked like she put the arm bar into the back and tried to push off on her, but Norwell will go back to the line.
Well, that call, I think, was on Bergman as Parisi checks back in. That previous foul might have been on Bergman as well. I guess with this new scoreboard, Derek, they can't put the fouls up on that end, which makes it
No, it's operator
difficult.
This evening.
Oh,
Jeff
okay.
Kokenauer not here today, and
Gotcha.
another missed front end.
Norwell's definitely left some points on the free throw line as we tick inside the 35-second mark. Up top is Fielstra. She'll leave it for Trenshaw.
They may look for one shot here.
Trenshaw has only taken one shot as Brielle Wilson comes away with the steal. Well, Trenshaw just got a little careless with the basketball. Big steal by the senior Wilson. Shelton spins into the lane. The little floater, no good. Gets her own rebound, gets it back up, no good again. Barger gets the shot up.
Well, the Knights are certainly doing a nice job of getting themselves to the line. They just got to learn to finish there.
Yeah, they are really doing well on the offensive rebounding side of things as Trenshaw picks up her first.
I'm impressed by the amount of post play Norwell has been able to, another missed free throw, has been able to get today, considering Northwood's size. They've done a really good job inside.
Feenstra's been on the bench with two fouls for the majority of this second quarter, as Barger's second free throw also no good, but Logan Rowles pulls down the offensive rebound. Felling in the corner. Shelton with the little floater, no good. The rebound pulled out of there by Trenshaw.
Okay, we'll see. This is going to be interesting. That's going to count. He's going to call that foul before the buzzer, so they're going to get 2 shots here as we go to halftime. It's going to be on Rouse, too. And it's number 2. That could be a big foul.
Well, Neely Trenshaw will step to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. That was the 10th foul on the Knights.
I don't think you can put, they're going to put some time back on the clock. They're going to put .2 on. See, now, the other part of that is, if there wasn't any time, you couldn't put anybody on the line.
Right.
It won't matter.
Trenshaw with her first free throw attempt of the game. Nothing but net. Good looking form there from Trenshaw.
It was, right through.
She'll try to make it a 6-point game with this free throw. And she does not. And they're going to say she was over the line.
Well, Norwell inbound, but that's all they can do. You can't get a shot off.
It's just a
2.
tap.
Yep.
So all they'll do is inbound it in the backcourt.
Well, they're going to try it.
Heaves it, and it's out of bounds, and no time will go off the clock. So somebody needed to touch that. Northwood will be in a much better position to be able to tap it in. Yeah,
but the play that works here, if you're a guys team, the play that you call is Coach McBride's right over the top to Geiger and tip it in. That's about the only play that'll work here.
Feenstra's in right now. She came in for Coach Yoder, and they'll just throw it up. Feenstra batted it. I'm not even going to ding her with a field goal attempt for that. We're at halftime here at the Castle. Norwell leading Northwood 33-26. We'll do some figuring and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 youth per team, or 2 youth may make a team starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every frame. With 22 lanes, there is plenty of excitement to go around. So stop by to practice or come relax with friends. And don't forget about Friday fun. From 12 noon to 6 p.m., only $1 per game and 50-cent shoe rental in a smoke-free environment. The Bowling Center is located at 1231 South Main Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. At Bluffton Family Eye Care, Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry take the time to get to know you, your eye care history, and your vision needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best. They take pride in providing excellent customer service by creating a personal connection with each patient individually.
To look and feel your best, visit Drs. Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in supporting growing businesses. And in our community, that means a lot. We believe it's important to have a local perspective. Our agribusiness professionals are from here, so they understand what it takes for agribusinesses to succeed, like having the right banking solutions to keep agribusiness thriving, from traditional accounts to cash management and equipment loans to crop insurance. We believe we can help your business grow. First Bank of Bern, member FDIC.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are at halftime. Norwell leading 33-26, and Greg, you have the halftime statistics.
Well, I do. Good timing, Derek, as get everything added up here. And I've got too many points on there, I believe. Go ahead and talk for a second about that first half.
Well, I can do that, as Norwell was able to, in my opinion, dominate the post play, and that's why they have the lead right now. They've done a much better job of taking care of the basketball. Of course, both teams have after that rough couple of minutes to start the first quarter. But Norwell was able to get some penetration inside. I think for Norwell on the defensive end, they've got to do a better job of shutting off the penetration for Northwood. They were able to get to the middle way too easy against a Norwell defense that is set up to keep you away from the middle. So the defensive effectiveness, despite the intensity, has not been the best so far for the Lady Knights, and that's something they've got to improve on.
Well, I keep coming up with too many points for the Lady Knights. 2, 4, 7, 10, 11, 13. Oh, there they are right there. I found them, Derek.
I'm impressed.
How about that? They were actually in the first quarter.
Okay.
There we go. So here's what we've got. For Northwood as a team, 10 of 19 from the field in the first half, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. It's been a struggle for both teams from the free throw line. Northwood just 3 of 8. I had them committing 10 rebounds and 10 turnovers and gathering up 7 rebounds. And Norwell, again, with an advantage of that category, which we'll talk about more in a second. From a scoring standpoint, Kate Ruley with Savannah Feenstra spending the majority of the first half on the bench leads the way, the big 6-footer with 11 points in the first half. Kinsey Bergman hit a couple of three-pointers for 6 points. Neely Trenshaw and Maddie Payne with 4 points apiece. And then Emily Dimitrick chipped in a free throw as well. For Norwell, 10 of 25 from the field. That shot differential mainly coming on the back of some offensive rebounds for the Knights. I had them for 11 rebounds in the first half. 5 of 6 from beyond the three-point arc in the first half. Brielle Wilson with 3 of those, and then 6 of 14 from the free throw line. That doesn't tell the whole story because a number of those were front ends of 1-and-1s for the Lady Knights. Definitely could have more than a 7-point lead here at the Castle at halftime because of that. Leading the way for the Knights, Brielle Wilson with 11 points, all in the second quarter. Logan Rouse right behind her with 9, and then pretty evenly spread out from there. Aubrey Denick had 4, all in the first quarter. Maya Shelton, Lauren Bales, and Brianne Barger all with 3 for the Lady Knights. And as I mentioned, I had them committing just 7 turnovers, just 1 turnover in that second quarter, Derek.
Yeah, and that's what I tried to talk about there at the beginning of this halftime show. Norwell was able to clean up the turnovers after a very difficult start. So what we'll do, we've got about 3 minutes until the second half returns to action. We'll go ahead and take a timeout and hear from a couple more sponsors. Be back after these words. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyu@fwymca.org.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Castle. We've got about a minute left until the third quarter will start, and a 7-point lead for the Lady Knights. And actually, after all that, this is kind of the margin, I think, that we kind of expected. Norwell perhaps with a little bit of an edge going into this one. But I thought Northwood did a tremendous job of keeping themselves in the basketball game despite early turnovers with very good shooting from the field.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of fouls called. It'll be interesting to see. This could be an entirely different half than what the first was if Savannah Feenstra is able to get back out on the floor and stay out of foul trouble. She did not take a shot in the first half. Picked up her second foul early on and was not a factor at all. So that could certainly change the dynamic.
Yeah, that's just unbelievable, as we didn't expect that at all. But when you get early foul trouble, and one of those fouls was a little bit of a tough call on her, and it just kind of put her down for the first half. So Northwood did a real nice job weathering the storm. They'll have the basketball coming out here of the halftime break.
It'll be the starters on the floor for both teams: Neely Trenshaw, Kenzie Bergman, Emily Dimitrick, Rulli, Feenstra, and Payne for the Black Swish. Wilson, Dunnick, Top, Barger, and Rouse for the Lady Knights. And that's going to be an offensive foul called on Neely Trenshaw. It'll be her second, and great defense by Kylie Top. Boy, she was really all over Neely Trenshaw, and the Knights kind of missed Kylie's defensive presence in the first half as she was on the bench with 2 fouls early on as well.
Kylie's just playing so hard.
Yeah, she really gets after it. She's done that since her freshman year. Of course, now at junior, good hands to pull down that pass as Dunnick cross-court to Wilson. Good recovery by Feenstra. Feenstra playing out on the floor. It looks like a 1-3-1 being played by Northwood now. Nice pass into the corner. Dunnick for 3, no good. Wilson tried to pull down the rebound, couldn't. Feenstra there with the board. Quickly the other way, and not able to convert was Payne. That was Barger with the rebound for the Lady Knights. That was going to be a travel on Brianne Barger. And it'll be the first turnover of the second half.
Silly mistake. Got to clean those up here in the second half. Got to make sure. I think Norwell was able to get away with those kind of turnovers in the first couple of games, perhaps just kind of outmatching their opponents. But in a game like this or a game like Tuesday night coming up, they're not going to be able to afford to make those mistakes.
I'll tell you, Feenstra handles the ball well at 6'1". There's a 3, and a foul's going to be called.
Well, there's been some really questionable calls by the same official over there, and that's the reality of it. And, well, here's how you can tell a lot of times that there wasn't contact, because it went right through. It was a beautiful shot, and you got to give her credit for being able to make the 3, but there's no way there was a foul there.
That's a tough call for the Knights. That's third foul on Logan Rouse, as not quite sure what the official saw there. Of course, he's a lot closer to the play than we are, as Bergman converts the rare 4-point play.
Yeah, and that completely changes the momentum of this game. Now you got Rouse on the bench, and it's a 3-point game. Oh, almost threw it away right there.
6:42 left in this third quarter, as Top took a look, and Dunnick threw it away. Second turnover for the Lady Knights. Trenshaw the other way.
If you're...
Oh, for heaven's sake. This crew is really calling some fouls as Kylie Top picks up her third.
Well, if you're Northwood, right now is when you got to take advantage, because you've got Rouse on the bench. You're starting to get Norwell into foul trouble. They're frustrated on the floor. If you're Northwood and you're going to make a run, now's the time to do it.
Bergman with the basketball. Now Dimitrick stepping in. She almost threw it away. Bergman gets it back. That's Trenshaw. Trenshaw had 4 points in the first half late, as a nice move by Savannah Feenstra with the left hand gets her first points of the game.
That part of the offense is what Northwood was not able to do in the first half because she wasn't on the floor. With her on the floor and Rouse out right now, you got to think Northwood's got the advantage.
Now that's thrown away by Top. Another turnover on the Lady Knights, but stolen back by Barger. Great play as she falls out of bounds, able to flip it behind her back to Brielle Wilson.
Yeah,
Wilson on the drive. Good move. Can't get it to go, and the rebound pulled down by Feenstra. Well, that was a great move by Wilson. Just not able to get it to go. Feenstra gets it inside, and with the miss there was 42 Maddie Payne. Fouled on the offensive rebound, though. Brianne Barger picks up her second foul. That's a third on the team already here in the second half, as Maddie Payne will get a couple looks at free throws here. That didn't look very comfortable for her, as Kaylee Felling checks back in. Kylie Top will take a seat. Well, the Knights with two of their freshmen out there right now in Shelton and Felling. As Payne's second free throw drops through. It is a tie ball game. Northwood coming out of the locker room hot. They've scored the first 7 points. And Coach Thornton's going to use a timeout. A wise timeout, I think, Derek. It is a 30, so we'll keep it here in Northwood. We talked about the dynamic changing. Norwell 0 for 2 from the field. And Northwood 2 for 4 and a couple of free throws. So Norwell with the 3 turnovers, it's really limited their offensive opportunities so far.
Well, and you don't have your leader on the floor right now in Logan Rouse, and I think this is really good for Norwell to see how they can survive without Rouse on the floor. You got to be able to make up for that and just kind of weather the storm, sort of like what Northwood was able to do with Feenstra out in the first half. So this is a good test for Norwell.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Logan with 9 points in the first half. Norwell's had a couple of looks that weren't too bad. Felling on the floater. She can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Kaylee. And we'll see what the call is.
It's going to be a foul hold on Felling. Felling was the one that got fouled, so it'll be out of bounds for Norwell.
The foul was on Payne. That's her first. Team second here in the second half. Oh, and the ball's thrown away. That'll be another turnover on the Knights. Their fourth here in the second half. They had just 7 in the first half. So Northwood will try to take their first lead of the game. All tied up at 33. Trenshaw into the front court. The Knights in there 1-3-1. Ooh, almost thrown away. Trenshaw throws it away. And Dunnick did a great job of falling back into the slot there to pick off that pass. Wilson into the lane. And she's going to draw the foul. We'll see who that's on. If that's on Feenstra, it's her third. We'll check it. It is not. It's on Emily Dimitrick, her second, team's third. And Wilson will get a pair of free throws here. As she can't get the first one to go. The Knights were 6 of 14 from the line in the first half as Lauren Bales checks in for Shelton.
40% is not a good clip from the line.
No. That's been a bane of the Lady Knights for a long time as Wilson 0 for 2. As pulling down the rebound was Kinsey Bergman, and ball slipped out of her hands. That's another turnover on Northwood. Bales will set things up for the Knights with the right hand into the corner. That's Felling. And Bales dribbled it out of bounds. 5 turnovers already, Derek, on the Lady Knights. They had 6 in the first quarter, really cleaned it up in the second quarter, and now they're having trouble taking care of the basketball. Barger with her length up top. And a kick is going to be called on Wilson, so it'll remain Northwood's basketball.
Well, Norwell still without a point here in the second half, and we're almost halfway through the third quarter.
4:23 left. On the drive, that's Bergman. Can't get it to go.
Well, despite not being able to score.
And she missed another one.
That was just not good defense by Norwell. She was able to go right to the rim, do whatever she wanted. Nobody stepped over and came to the help.
Norwell very fortunate to not lose the lead there. 2 great looks for Bergman as Felling on the drive can't get it to go. And Feenstra pulls down the defensive rebound. And boy, that's what you see as much as anything, Derek, is they're getting all the rebounds right now. Knocking down the 3, Kinsey Bergman. That gives Northwood their first lead of the basketball game, 36-33. Norwell yet to score. More than halfway through this one. Bales tries to get it inside. Dunnick able to control it and scores. Nice move by Aubrey Dunnick to make it a 1-point Northwood lead, and a traveling call. That's going to go on Trenshaw. Logan Rouse is going to check back in for the Knights with 3 fouls. Ruley and checks back in, as does Dimitrick. Oh, excuse me, that's Fielstra that checked back in. Dimitrick did not check in. She was already in, and that's thrown away. Another turnover on the Lady Knights. Ugh, they got to clean that up, Derek.
Yeah, they do. Cannot afford to do that.
Ruley inside with the miss. Barger with the rebound.
That was a nice board.
Yeah, it was very strong. And a blocking foul is going to be called. Lauren Bales just kind of bailed out on that one. It'll go on Dimitrick, and that's her 3rd foul. Maya Shelton's going to check back in for the Knights. Bales will take a seat. Lexi and Callie Parisi will check back in for Northwood as Bergman and Dimitrick take a seat. And that's thrown away right off the bat. Well, that's interesting. It's a turnover on the Knights. Feenstra just got her hands up on the inbound pass, able to take it away. And another steal. Barger comes out of there with it. She'll take it to the rack and score. Boy, the sea kind of just parted there for Brianne Barger, Derek, and the Knights retake the lead.
Yeah, not good transition defense by Northwood, and it resulted in a Norwell score and another turnover.
Norwell's defense really picking up the intensity, and Wilson scores. And Northwood's going to burn a timeout. Norwell getting it done with their defense. It's a 30-second timeout, Derek, and boy, when the defensive intensity picked up, changed everything for the Knights.
That is the key to this team, is can they keep it going on the defensive end. So it has been really nice to see that, and all of a sudden Norwell's got the lead back. When everything seemed to kind of be trickling Northwood's way, the home team swoops back in and is able to retake the lead.
Well, Northwood came out of the locker room. They scored 7 straight to tie it. Took the lead, and now Norwell scored the last 6. Barger, Dunnick, Wilson, Shelton, and Rouse out there for the Knights, and Logan needs to try to stay away from the fouls here. She's got 3. She's her top also has 3 as well, but she's on the bench right now. Fielstra with the kick. That was Parisi with the missed 3, and Dunnick pulled down the rebound. Rouse on the drive, can't get it to go. They're going to call a 2-shot foul.
I think that's a break for Norwell.
Yeah, I do too. I thought she was still on the ground. The foul goes on Lexi Parisi. It's her first, team's 5th. Boy, the fouls are piling up fast here in the second half of this one. On both sides, Logan goes to the line for the first time here in the second half and can't hit that free throw. She started off the season, hotter than a pistol from the free throw line.
6 for 17, Greg, in this game from the line. That's not good.
That makes her 3 of 7 so far.
And Logan was over 85% coming in, so an off night for her.
I think she'd only missed 1 free throw, Derek, coming into this afternoon's basketball game.
You're right.
I think Norwell has 40 points now.
Yeah, they do.
And there's the point credited as Savannah Feenstra able to get free for the basket. Gail Wilson picks up her second foul, and it'll send Feenstra to the line for the possible 3-point play to draw the black swish back to within 1, and in and out. Maya Shelton with the rebound.
Neither team able to convert. That's where Norwell has been fortunate, is the fact that the black switch can't convert either from the line.
Great pass inside. Brielle Wilson with the assist. Aubrey Dunnick with the basket. Aubrey now with 8 points on the afternoon, and another steal. Shelton ahead to Rouse, and Rouse able to put it in. Another turnover on the black swish. That's their 7th of the second half, and Norwell really getting after it defensively, getting it. And another foul called. That's going to go on Brianne Barger. It'll be her 3rd. team's 5th.
It's her 3rd.
Yep. She, Rouse, and Top all with 3 fouls. Looks like Kaylee Felling's going to check in. Savannah Feenstra coming all the way out beyond the 3-point line. That's kind of surprising, Derek. As Feelstra launches the 3, Dunnick with the rebound. That was the first shot attempt for Feelstra in this second half. A minute left in the third quarter. Shelton into the lane, the floater, no good. And the rebound controlled by Ruley.
That's not a good shot for Norwell. Got to be able to get a better look than that, and they had plenty of time to do it. Wasn't really pressured, just Shelton just kind of tossed it up.
45 seconds left in this quarter. Yeah, it's kind of a freshman mistake, I think.
Yep. You got to understand the game situation as well. You just went up 6, and you're looking for a good possession right there with under a minute left in the quarter.
Tough shot there by Parisi as Barger pulls down another rebound. 26 seconds left in the quarter. Little weave here, motion offense from the Knights. The handoff to Rouse. Rouse busts down the lane, can't get the basket to go, but Aubrey Dunnick.
Oh my goodness.
Just an absolutely horrible call. Dunnick skied for the rebound. Just because she can jump higher than everybody does not mean she's over the back as she picks up her 3rd foul.
Well, the official's trying to argue that she pushed off, and she didn't do anything.
No, she did not. Lauren Bales checks back in for the Knights.
That probably cost Norwell a bucket, too, because you got to think that Dunnick was going to finish right there.
Felling back in as well. 12 seconds into the front court. Trenshaw. That's Feelstra being double-teamed. Trenshaw steps through, and it's stolen away and stolen back, so no turnover. Barger creates the turnover. We're not going to count that as a shot attempt. And that will end the third quarter. Norwell up by 6 after a tough start to that quarter, able to climb back into it. We'll take a break here from a couple of sponsors and be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Welcome back to the Castle. One more quarter to play. Norwell leads at 44-38, and after all of the back-and-forth action in the third quarter, even Northwood taking a lead for a brief moment. Norwell just lost one of the 7 points of their halftime lead. They lead it by 6, and they will have the basketball coming out of the quarter break.
Yeah, free throws continue to be a struggle, though, for the Lady Knights. That's what stands out to me more than anything, Derek. I've got them 7 of 18.
Yeah.
Knights with the basketball to start the third quarter. Several players with 3 fouls. Dunnick, Top, and Barger and Rouse. Barger and Rouse both on the floor for the Knights as Wilson's 3 does not fall, and Dunnick ties up Feenstra. Wow, what a hustle play by Aubrey Dunnick. Northwood will get the basketball, but it gets a possession for the Knights. Norwell in their 1-3-1 with Barger up top. Boy, Trenchaw's got to take it on into the front court there. Feenstra loses the handle. It'll remain Northwood's ball. I'm really surprised to see Feenstra all the way up top handling the basketball. It tells her how versatile she is at 6'1". As Trenshaw trapped, gets it to Feelstra. Feelstra spins all the way around. Look a little balletic there as Barger dives for the basketball. We'll see what they call.
It's going to be a foul on Barger.
Well, Brienne knocked it away.
That's free throws, too, and that's just an unfortunate foul because she was going right after the basketball and just happened to undercut.
She was. Felling will check back in for the Knights, and Neely Trenshaw will go to the line. Trenshaw with 3 points on the day, make it 4 points, make it 5. If she hits this one, it'll bring the Black Swish to within 4 early on here in the fourth quarter. And Trenshaw can't get that one to go. Brielle Wilson with the rebound. She'll head the other way with the left hand. That's Top who's back in there. She's got 3 fouls. Felling tried to get it underneath to Dunnick and threw it out of bounds. That's the 9th turnover for the Knights here in the second half. Northwood with 8. Trenshaw and Feenstra in the backcourt. She's just so much taller than everybody else, Derek. It's kind of unnerving to see her handling the ball like that, as Feelstra's 3 doesn't go, but Feenstra there with the basket attempt and the rebound. Kaylee Felling will pick up her second foul, and it'll send Feenstra to the line. Set to check in for Northwood is Emily Dimitrick at the scorer's bench. Feenstra with a good-looking free throw there. Feelstra takes a seat for Northwood. Also checking in will be Maddie Payne as Kate Ruley takes a seat. Ruley, after a big first half, has not accumulated much of anything here in the second half with Feenstra in the basketball game. And Feenstra can't get the second free throw to go. That was Wilson with the rebound. She brought it up herself. Felling. Oh, boy. And Kylie Top might have gotten away with the travel there, Derek. Top working in the motion offense. As Felling will launch a 3. No good. Pulling down the rebound was Dimitrick.
Not a great look for the Knights, but I'll take that shot because Northwood did a really nice job on that defensive possession.
They did. And foul's going to be called again. We'll see who this one's on. Kylie Top will pick up her 4th. 9th team foul on the Knights as Maya Shelton checks back in. So Top and Barger with 4. Dunnick and Rouse with 3. Wilson and Felling with 2. Maya Shelton has just 1 foul.
Northwood doing a better job at the line here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they are. They're 3 of 5 right now.
Which, 60% on a normal day is not a good number, but with these two teams, the way they've been shooting it, that's hot.
Dimitrick, with her 3rd point of the game, makes it a 2-point basketball game. 6:15 left in this fourth quarter here at the Castle. And Coach Thornton wants a timeout. He'll have 2 left after this one. It is a full timeout. We will take a break and hear from Daniels Jewelers. We'll be right back after these words.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniels Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to the Castle. We've got 6:10 left in this contest. Norwell leading 44-42, and Greg, Northwood is right there.
Yeah, they really are. And Feenstra being able to be on the floor here in the second half has been all the difference. She has not committed a foul in this second half. She's got 5 points, and she's dominated on the boards with 4 in the second half.
Yeah, that's been the difference in this second half. So Norwell's going to have to find a way to negate that. Really clean up the fouls on the defensive end, and when they get fouled, make their free throws, because that's been a problem, and a foul's going to be called on the black swish.
I think that's going to be on Feenstra. It is. That's her third. Norwell not yet in the bonus. It's a 6th team foul on Northwood. Norwell's already committed 9 fouls as Rouse gets the basketball. Good kick back out to Wilson. No good. The rebound controlled by Feenstra. Feenstra really dominating on the boards right now for the Panthers. Black swish. Up top, that's Bergman. Bergman tried to get it into the corner. It was kicked by Felling. It'll remain Northwood's basketball. Barger's going to come back in with 4 fouls. Also, Lauren Bales will re-enter. Felling and Shelton take a seat. So Brienne's going to have to be careful here, Derek, with those 4 fouls.
Yep, she is. Norwell's going to have to do a nice job on the defensive end without fouling, and that's hard to do. So we'll see if all that work in the first 3 games will pay off here in the fourth quarter when they really need it.
Well, they need a Barger in there to guard against that, as Maddie Payne gets free for her first field goal since the first quarter, and it is all tied up here at the Castle. The cross court, Wilson wide open for 3. Good! Brielle Wilson comes through. Her 4th three-pointer of the game. That is a big basket, Derek.
It's a huge shot, and that's 2 games in a row now. She's hit a couple big threes and stepped up when she needed it.
I've got Brielle for 16 points, and there's a steal. Barger headed the other way. Can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Payne.
You got to get a basket right there if you're Norwell. In transition, got to score.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Norwell leading by 3. Trenshaw will not take the 3. However, Dimitrick will, and she'll retie the basketball game.
That's why, because, well, actually right there, the Knights had to over-pursue, and nobody was there to help, as that's a kick right out near the mid-court line. But if you finish on this end, you probably don't get that look on the other end from Northwood.
Back in for Northwood, number 15, Carly Fielstra. She re-enters and replaces Neely Trenshaw. Neely, a unique first name, but I'll tell you, I kind of like it. Pretty name. 4:25 left. Barger gets it underneath. Rouse can't get it to go, and another good look for the Knights as Payne pulled down the rebound.
Here's the other difference for the Lady Knights. That's a long 2.
Feenstra pulled down the rebound and missed, but a foul was called. Fielstra had the original.
This will be 1-1. Here's the difference for the Lady Knights. Logan's not able to finish. In the first 3 games, Norwell gets the offensive rebound. In this game, they're not being able to do that. Northwood's got a lot more size. So you've got to finish on your first try. You can't count on getting a second look. And Barger, who has not shot it well from the line, goes to the line to shoot the 1-1.
That was Feenstra's 4th foul, Derek. We talked about her staying out of foul trouble as Dunnick just really working for the basketball.
Yeah, this will put Dunnick at the line now for the 1-1. Well, and as bad as the free throw shooting was last year, it's already worse for the Lady Knights. It's just a matter of focus. And no matter how many times you work on it, Coach Thornton talks about it all the time, and people, casual fans say, well, why don't you work on that at practice? They work on it all the time.
Bergman picked up her 4th foul on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
Dunnick misses the front end of another 1-1.
You
Coming out of there with the rebound was Dimitrick. She'll kick it out to Fielstra and reset the offense. Feenstra with the 3, no good. The long rebound pulled down by Dimitrick.
Ill-advised shot, but they get the offensive board.
That's Maddie Payne, no good, and Dunnick had it, lost it. No foul called.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, they're going to get a timeout because this official over here was going to call another foul on the Lady Knights. Instead, it will be a Northwood timeout, and it's a full one.
We'll take a break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be right back. We're all tied at 47. here at the Castle.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are deadlocked at 47, 3:38 left in the contest. And Greg, it has come down to free throws for Norwell, and it's absolutely killing them.
Yeah, they are 7 of 20 now from the free throw line.
And a number of those have been the front ends of 1-and-1.
That's exactly right.
I believe they're up to 4 of those now. That's
two
not
certainly
a good
here
situation.
in the first quarter.
Yep.
Northwood will have the basketball and a chance for the lead. Feenstra staying in there with her 4 fouls. And it's batted away and recovered by the Knights. That's a big turnover. Second turnover of the fourth quarter for Northwood.
If you're Norwell, you got plenty of time. You got to get a good possession and a good look right now.
Riles with the basketball. She's been very quiet here in the second half. Barger into the lane. The floater, no good. And Maddie Payne pulls down the rebound.
Look at the defense.
Great defense by the Knights. Wilson for 3, no good. And Payne with another rebound.
Yeah, Norwell had their chance right there. That was nice defense by Wilson. She even got a nice clean shot off, but it missed everything.
That's Feenstra in the corner being guarded by Dunnick. She'll try to drive. The kick out to Dimitrick. Good! Big basket by Emily Dimitrick. She has had a tremendous second half, and the lead retaken by the Northwood Black Swish. Boy, Norwell's just had so many opportunities, Derek. They should really not be in this position.
No.
Kylie Top, who's back into the game. That's Riles for a long 2, no good. And Payne pulls down another rebound.
Well, now Northwood's up 3, and you can expect to see them slow it down.
2:23 left.
Now they're going to play the game that they wanted to play the entire time. Half-court set and take forever to look for a good shot. Norwell's got to come up with a stop.
Well, they've had quite a few steals on the evening. That's Dimitrick stepping through, and a foul's going to be called. If that's on Aubrey Dunnick, it'll be her 4th.
Wow. It's just amazing. You just think back, and you can't go 7 for 20 from the line. You just can't do that.
No. It'll put Bergman at the line.
And a lot of times you, as a coach or a player or even a fan, you think back and you say, well, there's so many things we could have done better. But in this situation, it really comes down to free throws because they've gotten a lot of good looks. They haven't shot a bad percentage from the field. And Northwood is now making all of theirs, so they're starting to pull away a little bit here.
They've got their biggest lead of the game, 52-47, as Maya Shilton checks back in. And in the fourth quarter, to your point, Derek.
Timeout.
Their 6 of 8 is Northwood. It's a full timeout for Coach Thornton. He's only got 1 left. We'll take a break and be right back.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
And welcome back to the Castle. 2:05 left. Northwood has taken their biggest lead of the game at 52-47. And Norwell, Greg, has just put themselves in a very poor position going down the stretch after missed free throws and then put Northwood at the line. They're starting to make all of theirs. Things not going their way right now. They must have a basket on this possession.
Well, in addition to the missed free throw opportunities, Norwell just 1 of 9 from the field here in the fourth quarter. There's certainly been a lid on the new baskets here at the Castle. Maya Shelton will inbound with 2:05 left. Still plenty of time for the Knights. They just got to cash in a couple opportunities here.
Yep.
Darrell Wilson directing traffic. Barger, that's Shelton. She'll launch the three and miss it, but Barger pulls down the rebound and kicks it back out. Shelton able to track down the errant pass. Looking for help.
If you're Norwell, you still don't need a three. You're just looking for a good look.
Shot. Yep. And that was almost thrown away. Dunnick will drive to the basket and score. Excellent move by Aubrey Dunnick. Just the second field goal of this fourth quarter for the Knights as we tick under a minute and a half.
Now you're looking for a turnover.
Rouse had to step away from that defense. Nice pass underneath from Feenstra to Payne.
Can't
Payne
believe she didn't go
all
up
the way
with it.
out. Yeah. She almost traveled. That's Dimitrick with the basketball. Dimitrick's really stepped up here in the fourth quarter for Northwood. 8 fourth quarter points. Oh,
that was
she double dribbled the basketball.
Oh my goodness, how do you get away with that?
Right in front of the official.
That's just critical.
How he missed it, I do not know. We've got another. Looked like he was looking right at her. Yeah, we'll take a break. Knights trail by 3, a minute 3 left. We'll be right back.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Castle. We've got 1:03 left, and Northwood was able to get off a timeout right there near the mid-court stripe as Norwell wasn't able to get the turnover call, so now they're going to have to come up with a stop, or eventually, if time permits, they're going to have to go down to a foul call. The officials are trying to decide where to put the basketball, and it will be on the sideline, of course.
I'm not too confident in any of these decisions right now. As Northwood inbounding the basketball. Kaylee Fielstra.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's just frankly unbelievable.
Foul's going to be called.
You just got to shake your head and move on because there's nothing you can do about that. That's brutal.
Lauren Bales called for the foul.
And you know what? If she doesn't exaggerate the motion there, she doesn't get the foul call because it came 3 seconds after she lost the ball.
She's actually going to take a seat. As Dimitrick, I guess, will go to the free throw line to shoot in her place. I don't think you can do that. Well, guess you can. Emily Dimitrick will enter and shoot a 2-shot foul. She's perfect. No, she's 3 of 4 from the line so far tonight. 1 minute even left on the clock, and she missed the first. Well,
yeah, it's two shot. Now, wait a minute. Now you've got to reset the clock because
8/10.
Hold on.
Off.
Yeah.
Well, they got to put 0.8 of a second back on the clock.
Yeah.
Logan Rouse is going to come back in off the bench for the Knights.
Okay, so that's 1:02. So apparently 3 seconds back on the clock. There's been all kinds of confusion.
There was a minute left when she stepped to the free throw line.
Yep.
Lauren Bales will take a seat. Emily Dimitrick with her second free throw attempt. They lead by 3. This is a big free throw, Derek.
That was a big miss, though. Even if she's able to knock this down, and she does, makes it a 4-point game. So Norwell can still go for 2 right here. Just got to get another good shot.
Just under a minute left. Wilson into the front court. And out to Barger with the 3. Not necessarily a great shot, but Rouse able to pull down the offensive rebound. On the drive, it's Felling, and she's going to be fouled.
Well, the freshman gets an opportunity here to step up in a big spot. She must knock down the free throws for the Knights to stay in the game.
Not sure who the foul was called on there, Derek. Did you? I think it was on Dimitrick. It's her 4th. Kate Rulli will check back in.
Okay, so that's That must have been 5 because she couldn't have checked in right there because it's a 2-shot foul. So you can't check in there unless it was her 5th foul, so that must have been what it was.
Well, then it must have been on Bergman because Dimitrich's still in the basketball game.
Unless they're calling this 1-and-1.
That's what I thought. It's a two-shot attempt.
And it's another miss. Knights are down to 33% from the line. 7 for 21.
It's not a physical thing at this point. It's
it's
certainly between the ears, and it's just a confidence thing. Unless you believe it's going to go in every time, you've really got no business shooting. As Filling's second free throw, also no good, but Rouse with the offensive rebound throws it away.
I think she got it blocked, and that's going to make it difficult for Norwell unless they can get a turnover.
Well, they trail by 4, 33 seconds left as the clock ticks down. That's Trenshaw. Logan Rouse is going to pick up a 5th foul, I believe. Fourth foul, excuse me. Trenshaw will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Now, there's going to be some growing pains with this team because as fun as they are to watch, it's not fun watching them from the free throw line. You're never going to win a single game against anybody shooting 7 for 22 from the free throw line. And they've missed a number in a row now.
Yeah, they have. And Trenshaw able to make it a 5-point game. She'll try to make it a 6-point Northwood lead, and she does not as Barger pulls down the rebound. The Knights need to score quick.
Yep.
They trail by 5.
And you need a 3 probably.
Yep. Rouse looking to drive, turns the corner inside to Dunnick, and Dunnick's going to be fouled with 18.1 on the clock.
Well, if you're Northwood, that's a good play.
Yeah.
Putting Norwell at the line has been successful for you.
Maddie Payne will pick up her second. It's the team's 10th foul. Well, I think they might have already had 10 as Dunnick's free throw is well short.
That almost didn't get to the rim.
Lauren Bales checks in for the Knights as Rouse sets down. Coach Thornton trying to get another 3-point shooter in there, Derek. And that free throw good by Dunnick.
Coach Thornton's going to use his final timeout.
Norwell trails by 4, 18.1 on the clock. And it is a 30-second timeout, so Derek will keep it here. You're going to be surprised as well at Norwell's field goal percentage at the end of this one. They've only made 2 field goals in this fourth quarter and only 6 points in this fourth quarter as well. They were 15 of 36 coming into the quarter. It's not a good free throw percentage, certainly well below 50%. And that's in addition to not being able to hit free throws.
Yeah, that's what's cost them, too, because even the percentage they're shooting has been good enough to win this basketball game.
Yeah. Well, they need a steal here.
Yep.
Rouse and Barger with 4 fouls apiece. Rouse is not on the floor right now. Feenstra with a long inbound pass. Parisi is fouled by Wilson. That'll be Brielle's 3rd. And it'll send Lexi Parisi to the line.
He's still got 16 seconds, and you're still in this basketball game. It's a 4-point lead for Northwood, and it's very difficult for Norwell, but they're not going to put anybody on the line. You've got to hope for at least one of these to miss.
Yeah. As it's a 2-possession game already. Parisi able to knock it down. And, boy, the offensive pace just really slowed down. Norwell put up 33 points in the first half. They've only put up 17 here in the second. Parisi good on both free throws. Kate Ruley re-enters for the Black Swish. 16.3 on the clock and some full court pressure from Northwood, and it's thrown away.
Yeah, that'll do it, because if you're Norwell, you had to score right there, and you had to score quick because you're out of timeout, so you can't stop the clock. So Northwood can take up to 5 seconds on the inbounds pass.
12 turnovers in the second half for the Lady Knights, and not necessarily because of anything Northwood did. Just careless with the basketball as Felling runs into Neely Trenshaw. That'll be Kaylee's 3rd foul. 7.5 seconds left on the clock. Trenshaw will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, it's going to be a frustrating loss for Norwell because you still feel like you controlled the game. You kind of did what you want on the offensive end. You really got the shots you wanted to get and just not able to finish where they need it most at the free throw line. And Northwood has been much, much better at the line in the second half.
Oh, they've been very good from the free throw line in the second half. Payne and Ruley back in for Northwood as Trenshaw makes it a 7-point game. Felling the other way for three, no good. The rebound to Dimitrick, and that will end it. The Knights, with their first loss of the season, they go to 3-1. Northwood improves to 4-2 with a 57-50 victory. We'll do some figuring and be back with a post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
At Bluffton Family Eye Care, our optometrists provide more than routine family eye care. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry are also specially trained to provide advanced treatment for eye infections, dry eyes, eye allergies, foreign body removal, and eye injuries. There are many treatments available for these eye health issues, and a treatment plan will be recommended based on your specific needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best.
To look and feel your best, visit Drs. Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
welcome back to the Castle. We're wrapping things up after Norwell is defeated for the first time this year. Northwood comes into the Castle and beats Norwell. They didn't lead for a tremendous amount of time in that game, but they win it 57-50, ending a 2-game losing streak against the Lady Knights, and they go up 4-3 in the 15-year series between these two teams. And I know, Greg, you have the final statistics.
Yes, I do, and doing them by hand, it takes a little bit longer than on the iPad Pro that does such a good job for us. For the victorious Northwood Black Swish, as a team, they went 17 of 40 from the field for 43%, 7 of 13 from beyond the arc. That's 54%, Derek, and that was a big part of the win for them. From the free throw line, not a great percentage at 16 to 28, but they hit a ton of them in the second half, 13 of 20 in the second half. They also collected 20 rebounds as a team and committed 20 turnovers, actually. Got to figure that up. Individually for Northwood, they were led by Kinsey Bergman with 15 points. Also in double figures, Kate Ruley had 11, and Emily Dimitrick with a big second half ended up with 10 points. Neely Trenshaw and Maddie Payne chipped in with 7 apiece. Savannah Feenstra, who we expected more from, but had a lot of foul trouble in the first half, ended up with 5. And Lexi Parisi ended up with a couple of free throws as well. For your Lady Knights, as a team, 17 of 49, Derek, from the field. That's 35%. A lot of misses in the second half. In fact, in the second half, they were 7 of 24. From beyond the arc for the game, Norwell 6 of 14 for 43%. And you talked about it quite a bit. From the free throw line, 8 of 24. At least 4 of those were the front ends of 1-and-1s. That's just 33% on the ones they actually did miss. I had them collecting 22 rebounds, so they out-rebounded Northwood by a couple, but they also had 18 turnovers, 11 of which were in the second half. Individually for the Knights, they were led tonight, this afternoon, by Brielle Wilson with 16. She had an excellent game, did Brielle. Logan Rouse was also in double figures with 12, as was Aubrey Dunnick with 11. Brianne Barger chipped in with 5, and Maya Shelton and Lauren Bales with 3-pointers apiece for a total of 50 for the Knights. They suffered their first loss. They weren't going to go undefeated on the season, and Northwood, a quality basketball team. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and you have one more thing that we always have to do, and I'll give you first crack at player of the game. Well, I'll tell you, for me tonight, it's Aubrey Dunnick. Brielle Wilson hit some big shots, but I thought Aubrey played a very good basketball game. She was, 4 of 6 from the field, 4 of 7 from the field. She did have that 1 3-point attempt, pulled down 2. I had her with 5-6 rebounds on the game. Played excellent defense on Northwood's bigs, so Aubrey would get my vote this afternoon. And I would agree with you, and here's why. Brielle, again, had, in my opinion, she's going to be the lady to go to when you need a shot at the end. If you're looking for a 3 down the stretch, it's got to be Wilson, because she's shown the ability already here in the last 2 games to make some shots from three-point land in under pretty good pressure. So definitely Brielle Wilson's going to be the one to go to at the end of the game. But I'll agree with you for Aubrey Dunnick, 11 points on the night, and just played a very solid basketball game. Got after on the defensive end, strong on the offensive boards, really got probably could have had a couple more rebounds, especially on the offensive end. Kind of got the unfortunate end of a couple of calls underneath. Yeah, she did. You got to go back to thinking about that over the back call. But in all, she's definitely going to be getting my vote for player of the game, so I'll agree with you. All right, so Aubrey Dunnick, our player of the game this afternoon, a rare afternoon game for the Lady Knights does not fall in their favor. Didn't think they necessarily played a bad basketball game, Derek, and we'll get Coach Thornton's opinion here. But as he joins us in the post-game show, as he gets the headset on, we'll talk with him. Coach Thornton, thanks for joining us. Been through the stats already. Statistically, I mean, really, to us, watching from up here, the difference in this basketball game, free throws and then not being able to hit anything late.
Yeah, I think the latter part of that was probably a result of the first part.
Yeah.
8 for 24. I mean, that's a pretty profound statistic in this game.
And 4 of them, we believe, were front ends of 1-and-1.
It changes that stat to even lesser of a percentage when you miss 4 of the front ends.
Yeah.
So you're 8 for 28 in that situation potentially, and that's it. It changes the entire way you have to play the end of the game.
Yeah.
That it's disappointing to go 8 for 24, and we everything we do in practice on free throws is all it's all pressure. There's a goal in mind every time. We never shoot just to shoot, never. If I'm a fan and watching this game, and I've heard it before said, and it's kind of comical to be told, hey, you guys need to work on free throws, and I promise.
Talked about that a little bit,
and I promise you, we work on free throws a lot, and every day, every single day, before the game today.
Free throws. I'll say it every day for my life. Free throws have very little to do with mechanics. It's almost all between the ears.
We and I thought we got out toughed at times, in key moments. And being mentally tough could be making a free throw, knocking down the front end. We do a good job of getting to the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
They got there a little bit more than us just because we had to foul. But I thought we got there on our ability to be difficult to guard and some good effort plays as well from our kids. But, we didn't finish the game.
Yeah.
And we had moments, and it's disappointing. I thought we rushed a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Game's tied up. There's a broken play, and it comes out, and we're calling to be patient, and we shoot a quick one.
Right. Did that a couple times.
We just had an opportunity, to continue to run stuff, get back to the line, hopefully get the lead again, and try to have a little bit of control there at the end. And they ended up having the control, and it was difficult for us.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I got to finish out on that thought, because my theory on that is it's really not. I mean, people talk about mental toughness. It's confidence.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to the line knowing I'm going to hit this shot.
And we it's funny. We talked about this past week of enjoying that moment.
Yeah, exactly. Of wanting that moment,
wanting to be there.
Yeah,
that it's enjoyable.
Yep.
And you've prepared for that.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to prepare,
yep.
and hopefully our kids want to continue to be in those situations, and that we can step up next time. But I want them believing in themselves. I want them confident. We've got a great group, and that shakes them quite a bit.
Yeah.
When they don't step up in those moments. But there will be more opportunities for this group, and hopefully that's an area that we grow in and improve in. I really believe. Nobody's out there trying to miss free throws.
Oh, no.
Our kids care, and that one stings. It definitely stings.
Yeah, it's just like yelling at a pitcher throw strikes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the pitcher's not trying to throw balls.
No, absolutely
and
not.
These kids aren't trying to miss free throws.
No, and I feel for them, but the reality
They'll
is
figure it out.
Step up and make those, and we'll continue to do what we can in practice to help them, get in those situations again, and hopefully have confidence.
Really positive things, though, Coach. I thought, again, the defense was just stellar, especially in the backcourt.
We really work hard, and I'm proud of our kids. It's a good ball game for us to go through. It's a good series with Northwood. Our kids get better from these types of games. It's a tough loss for us, but fortunately, short turnaround for Concordia.
Yeah.
And
another really good basketball
team. A very
team.
good basketball team. And I know what happened last night against Homestead, but that's not a measure of how good Concordia is. So great opportunity for us again to improve and grow. And I'm confident that our kids will be ready on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think they will. Coach, I won't be able to be with you on Tuesday evening. Due to a family commitment. But wish you the best up there. Always an excellent basketball game.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're looking forward to playing a really good basketball team on Tuesday, and I'm excited to see how our kids respond to this.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Won't see you before.
Yep, you too.
Thanks for joining us.
You too. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Gracious as always, head coach Eric Thornton on the short end tonight, but certainly nothing to be ashamed of for these kids. It's just a situation, Derek, where they got to get confidence at the free throw line.
Yep, it's just a little bit of a learning curve, and these kids will forget it quick. They're a young team, and hopefully bounce back on Tuesday. Now, it's going to be key because they're more than likely going to get to the line, and it's probably going to be a defensive battle. The second half of this game resembled more of what I thought was going to be the entire game, more of a half-court offense for both teams, a lot of free throws shot, very good defense by both teams. I thought that was going to be the entirety of the game. Norwell played their pace in the first half, got out in transition and scored, and I think that's going to be huge for them as we go out the rest of the season. If Norwell's going to be able to do that and control the pace, they're going to win a lot of games.
I agree with you. They came out on the short end tonight, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see them come back out, play excellent against Concordia on Tuesday night.
Yep, that's certainly what we're hoping for. I'll be there on the call. Not sure yet if we'll have video for you. We'll have to work out some logistical things with Concordia, but we should be on the air with you on Tuesday night.
Well, thanks for joining us this afternoon, folks. This one ends up Northwood's way, 57-50. The Knights fall to 3-1 on the season, but still an excellent ball game here at the Castle. If you can't get up to Concordia, join Derek on Tuesday evening. This is Greg Van Meter saying so long for Derek Decker and myself from the Castle. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.